Hello and welcome to the Purpose Rwanda show with me, Irma Ihumure. Today is a new day. Today is a beautiful day to have another conversation, interesting conversation with someone who is dear to us as Purpose Rwanda. And she is the Director of Partnerships and Resource Mobilization at African New Life Ministries. She is very passionate about young girls and women in general. She works to empower them, to help them become the best versions of themselves. So today, as I said, I want to focus on girls. I'm so sorry. I know we usually talk about everybody in general, but today I just wanted to focus on women, on girls. And I found someone to help me in that conversation. You all know we've been talking about purpose, the pursuit of purpose, achieving purpose, discovering purpose. So today we're going to talk about purpose, but we will emphasize on women and girls empowerment. Help me welcome Judith Kaitesi. Welcome to the Purpose Rwanda show.
Thank you so much, Irma.
It's an honor to have you.
I'm very, very honored as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so tell me, how did everything start? How did you start empowering girls and women? Tell me about your journey.
Yeah, thank you so much. It started as it grew into a passion, but it started as something that I just felt I want to do as a very early age.
Okay.
Growing up, I had siblings, boys and girls, and I kept seeing my mom supporting so many people, women in our homes, and people came over, and women who didn't have food, she always welcomed them, and I thought she was doing so much to support women, and I felt each time they left with a meal, with a good conversation, with some support, they felt better.
Yeah.
Each time I look back, I'm like, maybe I got it from there. Maybe that's when it really started into my mind that it's good to be good. And it's good to be good to everyone, but particularly I got closer to girls and women because of our cultures.
Okay.
So when I got into secondary school, I always found myself wanting to support girls that were not performing well in school. I went to a girls' school for 6 years, secondary school. So I always felt I wanted to discuss for them. Not because I knew so much, but I always felt that every little thing helps. So whatever I knew, whatever knowledge I knew, if I wanted to pull them up, I wanted to support them, get to their goals. So this is how it started, and as I grew up, university level and at working as a professional, I felt I wanted to grow this more, and it became a passion.
Wow.
I found myself always speaking for the less disadvantaged groups. I felt I wanted to voice or to speak to those people who are not maybe timid, who are probably introverts. Some are quite expressive, but this didn't start early. When I was young, I was a little bit quiet and introvert. But when I grew up, I started being more expressive.
Yeah, I started developing
those character traits, and I really just felt I want to be there for someone.
Yeah.
But my focus was always on the vulnerable, on those who don't want to speak up, or those who are not feeling comfortable or confident to speak. And that grew into my current career. I'm into programs. I love mounting and evaluations. Part of programs, I do partnerships, resource mobilization, but that comes with advocacy, especially in the NGO world. And I've done this along the years. I've found myself working so much with our national gender machinery, the different agencies that promote women empowerment. I also had an opportunity to put into my career. I've done quite a lot of work in that area. I've worked with UN Women, which promotes gender and women empowerment. And yeah, that's how it grew. That's how it started. It became a passion. It started as a just love to change people's lives, just love to touch souls, just love to help the disadvantaged people, and to grow up into a profession and into more passion.
Wow.
Yes, and I've kept on doing it, and I still do it.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's really good. Yeah. So tell me, I want to understand, when we talk about women empowerment and we hear gender balance,
Yeah.
I want to know the difference. What's the difference between gender balance, women empowerment?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
That's a very good question, because we still have misunderstandings of the terms. We still have people who think gender is women. We still have people, when you say gender, they think, oh, it's the women, and this is not the same. So gender is really the differences. It's the men and women.
Okay.
It's in making sure that the two sexes, the two have equal opportunities. That's gender equality. It's ensuring that they have equal opportunities to reach their full potential.
Okay.
Without discriminating.
Okay.
Without saying this is, for women and this is for girls. And that's different from their biological differences.
Okay.
Biological differences between men and women, they are different. I can never have a baby. A man can never have a baby.
Yes.
That's biological. So we cannot change those.
Yes.
But the social, economic opportunities that we have in our lives, we need to make sure that there are equal opportunities for men and women to reach their full potential. So women empowerment or girls empowerment is a component of gender and women empowerment. It cuts across many areas. We empower girls from when they are young. In our culture, we know about housework and house chores, and usually between me and Irma, we know that girls have a lot of house chores, and they actually usually have to do so much before they get to school. So empowering them is allowing them equal opportunity with boys, get to school at the same time, share the house chores. We call it the unpaid care work that is usually done by men and women and girls. Share those responsibilities, same thing to the women. Empowering girls or empowerment is allowing people opportunity to access opportunities there to develop. Opportunities available to, explore their potentials. Opportunities available to voice their views. So you empower women if they are able to speak in the community, if they are able to participate in decision making for women. If we empower girls, if we support them to get to school. We know that specifically in Rwanda, as we go up, the number of girls in secondary school, in the higher institutions of learning, continue to drop. Because of our culture, because of the stereotypes we have, because of family reasons why they will give opportunities to boys instead of girls. But empowerment means that we have given them all the opportunities there. We have given them information, access to information when it comes to women. They have access to all the social-economic opportunities in the community. They are participating politically. They are empowered. They are given all the incentives, possible incentives to speak up or to participate in businesses. So that's empowering. That's, providing a conducive environment for girls or for boys and for everyone to achieve what they set out to do, to achieve their goals in life. So that's what empowerment is. So
what are the qualities of an empowered woman?
Yeah, I wish I could see one and tell. So being empowered is not about being educated. That's one thing I have to tell you. You could be educated, and when you get back home, you can't speak. Because your husband doesn't give you a platform to air your views. So being empowered, or an empowered woman, is a woman who is able to participate in decision making, be it at family level, be it at community level, be it in their places of work, you know, in political spaces.
Okay.
So an empowered woman is a woman who is able to use their full potential to develop. They are able to, you know, juggle between their other responsibilities at family level, but also able to participate in communities, able to participate in politics, and able to provide their decisions and be heard. It's beyond the numbers. It's also beyond numbers, but it's a woman who is able to, you know, speak, participate in different economic, socio-economic and political spaces. A woman who is able to use their potential, utilize all the is, and is able to claim their rights. Because to be empowered is to be able to claim your rights as a woman, as a mother, as you know, a family member.
Okay.
So that's when you're empowered. It doesn't mean if I'm empowered, I'm not gonna cook in the house. No, that's not empowerment.
So I was about to ask you actually, like how does a woman, you know, be empowered, but yet they keep their femininity? Because sometimes we twist that, you know. So I could say that if I'm empowered, then I don't need to do anything else, you know. I don't, you know, and I lose something that's special about me because I believe, like, as a woman, you know, serving, doing all the works, you know, the houseworks, of course, if you have time for that, you know, it doesn't make you less.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of you. It's who you are. You are glad to do that, to serve. If you are a married woman, to serve your husband or to serve your children.
And be served as well.
And be served as well, exactly.
Yeah.
But what my point here is, like, it doesn't make you less.
No.
You know. So how to make a difference? Because sometimes, you know, we can, like, girls can be like, oh, I'm an empowered woman. I have potential. I have things to do. I have my career. I don't need to do any of the things of girls, of women. So how to make a difference?
Thank you so much. That's really a good one. And we make those mistakes always and think if I'm empowered, I have to speak on top of my voice. I have to speak and the husband listens. I have to, yes, that's important if I speak and they listen, but it does not take, being empowered does not take away my biological roles. It does not take away my feminism. It only allows me incentives to be able to be happy within my biological roles. It also it's just it doesn't mean I'll never put a meal on the table for my family.
Exactly.
No, it only means that if I'm not able to, I'm not available, you will do it. Someone else will do it.
Your partner can do it.
Exactly. It's all about shared roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
We have so much, and you know, family roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
And in our culture, we've seen is most women taking it up all.
Yeah.
You know, you wake up and you have to check the kitchen, you have to make the bed, you have to wash the utensils. We are lucky that sometimes now we have house help, but even then, you cannot rely on that. So I can still take care of my family together with my husband. It's really all about equal responsibilities.
Yes.
Understanding that today he's not able to do this because of A, B, C, D, and I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna do it. But if tomorrow I'm not able to do it, or if this evening I'm late for my work, then he's gonna be home and put kids to bed. If I'm so tired, he's going to change the diaper for the baby because I also do it. It's something he can do. It's only those biological roles that we can't share that I really, but we also still need to be supported and have all the, you know, the necessary incentives, the conducive environment to perform those different biological roles. So it doesn't make me a less wife.
Yes.
By you know, doing some of the house chores. But it's just unfair if I have to do it alone.
Yes.
If there's no shared responsibility, even between the entire family. It doesn't mean me and my husband, it could be even children who are grown up. So we call it unpaired care responsibilities because we don't get paid for most of that work. But it's very fair that we have time for more developmental work.
Wow.
So it's very important that I can participate in housework and be supported by my family members, but also have time to go and do that business, to go and do some trade, to go and do my agribusiness, to go and do that job, so that I contribute economically to the economy, so that I can, participate in, community discussions, so that my voices and my colleagues' voices are heard. So that's the difference. An empowered woman can still be, is still biologically a woman and is still able to perform roles and still be empowered. So the issue we normally have is the stereotypes we have in our societies. People will think, when a child cries, it's your responsibility as a woman. When I have to do cooking, no, I don't cook. My dad never cooked. So men don't cook. And that grows up in our minds from a very young age. Unfortunately, it's not only for men and boys. It also gets into women. I know women who don't allow their husbands to, change a diaper, for instance. They say, people are going to laugh at me. They're going to say, in my culture, that's not something we do. But this is something we need to really get out of our mind. Our policy, our national gender policy, talks so much about, the current one talks about promoting positive culture. We have so much beautiful culture that we can promote without disempowering anyone, without putting other people at the front and forgetting others at the back. So that's what we really talk about when we say empowerment and feminism.
Thank you very much. For those who just joined us, welcome. Welcome to the Purpose Rwanda show. I am having an interesting conversation with Judith, the Director of Partnership and Resource Mobilization at African New Life Ministries. And we are talking about women and girls empowerment. We are discussing how an empowered woman looks like. What are the qualities of an empowered woman? What are the good things about being empowered? What's the connection between empowerment and purpose? So I just wanted to welcome you and keep enjoying with us. And that takes me to our next question. I want to ask you, what's the role of boys and men in the empowerment of women? I want to know, is there any role, any specific role you think our brothers can play in empowering their sisters or their mothers or their wives, like the men towards women, girls, boys towards girls?
Thank you so much. We need to ask that question very many times, and we need to make sure that people understand that they have a big role to play, boys and girls. In our normal lives, engaging men in all these empowerment programs is very, very critical. We were created men and women, so we support one another and we fill into each other's gaps, and we meant to support one another. So as boys and girls, boys have a very, very big role to play in empowering their sisters or the girls in their communities. When it comes to school, for instance, if my sister has been told to fetch water, to cook, to do this, and I'm here playing my football, just find it if you just even find it in your head that you care. You're caring about that girl who's doing all that and you're not doing anything. That's already very supportive. It starts in the mind. If it could get your mindset and know, if I did one of the chores, if I helped her to fetch water and then we share these responsibilities, I'll be helping. I'll be freeing her time for revision. I'll allowing her an opportunity to also study and get to school on time. In schools, for instance, like school leadership, if they are men, they need to understand that in their, for instance, teachers in their classes, they have boys and girls. It's very important they recognize some of those changes that come to girls and they're supported. Is it a monthly period and this girl is not able to concentrate in class? Be very supportive as a man. You understand, be understanding that at this particular time of the month, she's probably not well and it's only temporary. So we'll take it easy. And in schools, we always encourage that there are some of those rooms where girls can have support, can have hygiene, health and hygiene materials to support them. So if we supported them through that, then we are helping them to be empowered. They don't have to rush home because or to miss classes or miss school because it's my monthly. It's that time of the month. So they have all that they need. They are supported. They have materials. They, you know, and it's very important if we even have some specific roles and we purpose it and we plan it and we avoid the stereotype, we avoid the typing, we avoid those cultural backgrounds, cultural norms that we have always had.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying culture is bad, but let us promote positive culture.
That's so true.
Let us ensure that if your wife is pregnant, for instance, that's a biological responsibility. We have what we call the triple roles. Women have to, you know, have babies, they have to participate in development, and let's allow them to do that easily. Support her to get to hospital. Men can also be involved by avoiding helping us to fight all these negative societal beliefs, and even those are very, very bad activities that are happening, like rape, like defilement. A defiled child will always be, you know, or a defiled woman. This can go very much for a long time in their minds and will distort their lives going forward. So as men can support by avoiding that, by providing safe spaces for the women and girls, by making sure that I'm not scared to pass in this place because there are some boys in that area. So, but by really fighting those bad habits or bad behavior that we have in society, like gender-based violence, give your wife peace, support them, don't be violent against them. So by doing all this, we are helping women to men are being engaged. But beyond that, if I could talk a little bit more about economic support that we need, we quite often women have had problems accessing finance, for instance, participating free in businesses, and sometimes it's because they don't have information. Sometimes it's because they have low capacity. And sometimes it's because even the service providers don't believe in the women to do this. I read about a woman who went for a big loan because we are used to having accessing small finances to do very small trades as women. And it is true, women sometimes don't want to take the risks. But even a few that take them, let us support them. So they could not give her the big loan, and they told her that she really wanted to finance her business. And it's something I've read in the research. And they told her, "You married?" I said, "Yeah, I'm married. Can you bring your husband to the bank?" And that's a story I was told and read about. And she was like, "Why do I have to bring my husband?" But then she did because she really wanted the financing. They just looked at him. They just wanted to confirm that this woman can take so much millions for her business. For me, the husband was a guarantor. Even just being present, they knew she's going to be able to pay back. So what really upsets some people is, how about if I'm not married? How about if I'm a single mom?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I be able to access all
Yeah.
this? So it is these beliefs that we need to put into our service providers, in our men and women out there, and encourage women also to be more confident, to take those risks that men have taken, and you know, participate in involvement.
All right. So I really want you to talk to women and girls who are watching us right now. I know it's not only women and girls that are watching us right now. I know we have, you know, even men watching us, but I want this message to be directed towards them. I want you to talk to girls and women and tell them the importance of embracing their purpose. Tell them the importance of embracing empowerment. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We need to voice that many times. We need to really speak about the things as many times as possible. And I'm glad you asked that question. So to that girl out there, it starts with you. You have to have that confidence into your mind, and you know that I can do this. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter. Just have that purpose in life. Do you actually have a purpose in life? Because that's where it starts from. Who do you want to be? What lives do you want to impact? Who do you want to become? You know, at a very early age. And seek any opportunities that are there and grab them with your two hands. Seek support. And at this moment, I also want to still ask the men and women out there to be very supportive.
Yes.
If it means going extra miles, let us go them. Find, you know, find that support that you need. Start with it. Have it in your mind. Say, I have a purpose and I'm gonna go for it.
Yes.
As a young girl. Is it school? Who do you want to become? Go extra mile. Work hard for your purpose to be achieved. Avoid all the, you know, distractions along the way, because we have so many distractions. Young girls have so many distractions, especially those from vulnerable families who have to walk, for instance, long distances from school to home. Along the way on that long distance, they're tired. So many distractions come along. You know, a lift will come around. You're hungry, someone will offer you a sambusa on the way, and you pick it, and the next time you take 2 sambusas, they'll be demanding for something else in return. That border guy who's giving you a lift, next time you take it many times, they'll be asking you for something in return. So I'm speaking to the young girls out there. Please make your choices very, very carefully. Seek advice, seek mentorship. I'm also speaking to the older people to really mentor someone. Mentor a girl in your community. Talk to them, you know. Have those sessions that could help a few girls in your area, in your community, understand their purpose and grow up. Then fight any distractions. Could be peer pressure. It could be, you know, addictions of any kind. I really am speaking to the young people out there to try and avoid those, because the future is really beautiful. The future is beautiful if you avoid these things early. Purpose to, you know, achieve that education and work hard for it. It doesn't matter what level, but have it to at least have a qualification. I'm gonna be able to, you know, to achieve this. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna look for all the opportunities available, and then, because sometimes it's also lack of information. Sometimes it's also lack of understanding where the opportunity is. So it's all of us to participate, but also go for it, purpose it. And for the women, there's so much we can do. There's so much we can do in our lives. We have almost same potential as women, as men, sorry. So it's all about understanding it and conceiving it in our mind. It's very, I know we have setbacks and in the society, and these are the ones that I'm really calling upon the policymakers, the people in different civil society organizations to try and support, so that women are able to, you know, participate in all these different programs. They are able to access water. Water is a very important resource for women, for instance. They are able to use easier ways of managing their house chores.
Yeah.
For instance, you know, what are those opportunities you as a woman are there that you can always grab, you can go for? So it starts with you in your mind. And then go extra mile.
Yeah.
Understand, claim your rights. Because there are rights, we have human rights.
Yes.
We all have human rights. We all deserve, you know, better.
Yes.
And it's not written anywhere that this is for you, this is for her.
Yeah.
And I really love the fact that our country has really promoted empowerment of women.
Yes.
So it has to go beyond political participation and also goes into economic participation.
Yes.
It goes into social participation. And then let us, you know, our contribution be felt. Purpose to be a useful member of that community.
Wow.
Purpose to contribute to your, you know, to the growth of your economy.
Yes.
Purpose to be an educator. Purpose to achieve that higher level of education that someone in your, else you admire or has inspired you has achieved. So it's very important that we set goals as girls and women. We set those goals. We look for opportunities that are going to help us achieve those goals, and then go for them.
Wow.
Seek any support that is available, and it's always available.
Really
so many platforms out there, so many organizations that are advocating for these women and girls. Yeah, so let's really participate in ensuring that we deliver to our full potential.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Judith. I would like to thank you for this time. It was inspiring, and yeah, I feel empowered. I truly feel empowered.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, time is not our friend.
It's always not enough.
It's never enough.
It is.
Yeah,
yes.
but the conversation was good.
Thank you.
And I believe I wasn't the only person who learned something from this conversation.
Right.
And I believe there are people following us who, actually learned something about women and girls' empowerment. And that takes us to the end of our conversation. I want to stress this again and again. Girls who are listening to me, women who are listening to me, you are just powerful. That's all, period. You are enough. You are unique. Actually, the fact that we have to handle a lot is a quality. It's amazing. Women can just handle so much. You know, women, we go through a lot. We go through so much in life, but we can do it. That's the explanation of our strength. You know, we are strong individuals. We are just strong people. So you are unique, you are amazing, and you can do so much. There is that place of balance that can be achieved. You know, I'm always amazed to see that a woman can be a woman. Just being a woman is not easy. Trust me, it's not. Being a woman, being a wife, being a mother, having a career, and they do all that. You know, they achieve the balance and they find happiness because women, we are just amazing. So I'm joining Judith to tell you that, to tell you that we are capable, we can do so much. But remember, empowerment, it starts from the inside. It starts from within. You cannot seek to be empowered outside. You cannot seek to achieve things when you're not empowered from your inside, when you don't have that confidence, when you don't look at yourself in the mirror and you overcome the insecurities, you overcome the negative voices, you know, in your mind, and you tell yourself, yes, I can do this. And you go outside and you go for it and you do it and you kill it and you make things happen. So thank you very much for joining us. And Judith, I hope I can invite you again.
Liz, this is a very, very important discussion and a very good platform for us to be able to speak to a girl out there and hope a few of them will get empowered.
Yes, they will.
Or they will seek, you know, they will go seek ways of getting empowered.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
And welcome to the Purpose Rwanda TV show. My name is Baron. This is Purpose Declaration, Purpose Sowing. We get to meet purposeful agents of transformation here, declaring their life purposes, their life goals. And just like last time, I have a gorgeous person here today declaring their life goals. I really don't want to introduce this person. I want them to get their very words to introduce themselves. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. I'm pleased that I'm here today. My name is Farida Mohoza.
Yes, Farida.
Yeah, I'm a part of Purpose Rwanda, agent of transformation.
So this is Purpose Declaration, and we just want to dig in exactly what Farida does, or what Farida wants to do for her community, for her country. Yeah.
Thank you. What Farida wants to do, or what she does, is I can call it like consolation. Like, I know that people always want motivation, so there's always that one who wants motivation, like something that can push him or her to go forward. You know, when there is somebody who is telling you to keep pushing hard, to keep your head up high, so you feel like you are motivated, you feel like you are supported. So you need that person to push you so that you can reach your goal.
So have you been doing that of late? Have you been pushing some people, reaching out to some people to their goals or purposes?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do. I always do. Like, I need it too. Everyone needs that. So I try to approach my friends. Like, you have to start from the people who are close to you. So I try to reach them, talk to them, to hear about what they are going through, so that I can know what to help them.
According to your words, happiness is your major goal. Like, you want to see everyone happy. You want to inspire people with happiness. So why exactly happiness? Why do you look at happiness as a tool?
I go for happiness as a tool because everyone wants to be happy. Everyone needs happiness to live this world. Everyone needs to have smile on his or her face. You see, when you're happy, you feel like you have a reason for living. So people don't live just for making money, creating families, helping somebody, like in terms of financial. So even good words can make one happy.
How are you planning to make people happy? How are you planning to instill hope in people using happiness? Like, how exactly are you going to be doing it, or how are you doing it?
When you feel like you are loved, you feel like you mean something to somebody else. And when you feel like you mean something to somebody else, you can make anything to make that person happy. Right? You try all your best to make the other person happy.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now with this project?
5 years from now?
Yeah, 5 years from now. How will it be for you?
I'm thinking of having a YouTube channel, creating a website so that it will make that easier for me to reach people, to reach a good number of people.
With happiness as a tool to enlighten people's lives and their purposes, how do you think you can help 10 people? Like, in the shortest time possible, can this project help support 10 people?
We are living in digital world, so I think social medias will help me to reach those 10 people, to help those 10 people. If you help one, that one will lead you to the other. So I think I can find people who can help me to do that. Maybe there are other people who have same ideas like me. I think I should find them so that they can help me to find the good number of people that need the help.
A purposeful agent of transformation, we celebrate you. That has been Farida declaring her purpose, which is using happiness as a tool to reach out to people, to empower them with their life purposes and their life goals. I've been your host, Baron Dixon. This has been Purpose Declaration. Keep locked on, KC2 La Povu. I'll let you back to Ilma.
I'll see you guys next time, 7 p.m. on KC2, the Purpose Rwanda show. Don't miss. Thank you very much and see you next time.